Alright, let me check real quick if I actually am streaming on the right account. Okay, it seems to work. Great. That's all I need to know. So I can go back to my screen actually. So yeah, I'm in a trade right now. I'm in a EUR/USD long. I'm targeting this Asia high, and I can show you why I did it. One thing I have to say, I already have entered here, but then I've closed right there. I kind of fumbled. And then I also fumbled on UCCHF, so you can see I kind of got jiggly and nervous. But fortunately, price was going back down, and I was able to enter. Unfortunately, not very at this liquidity sweep, but yeah, I was a bit impatient, so bear with me. Now let's get to your USD. Now I can show you where I actually took this trade. Now overall, we see it's kind of consolidating. We had a huge recession right there. And typically, like if you think logically about it, we are in a downtrend, right? So I'm supposed to take a short and it's still my reverse, so we are kind of double biased right now, but a bit more likely bullish, at least for the moment. And well, I can I can't just keep explaining. So when we go to the daily, so we're just going to stay in the high time frame because the high time frame is for bias. So when we go to the daily, we saw yesterday we had like, a candle down, a bearish day. But I feel like with the beginning of this week, we kind of changed the trend. So right now we are bullish because we have here a swing high, candle close above it. And yesterday, it was going down. But now what we now have is that this wick was getting into this daily fair value gap. Okay, that's the first thing. And when we look into it on the 4 hour, we see clearly market structure shift. At least it looks like that. So this for me personally is only a retracement. Now we also have here fair value gap, but it already got played out with this candle, and now it kept going down. But now, looking at this with the daily and then also going down to the 1 hour, we see we have here some consolidation. And we are kind of having equal lows. And for now, lower highs. That's the reason why it's kind of double edged for now. But we then go back for 5 minutes for point of interest. We saw here we got their equal lows and then a liquidity sweep. Now, for match trader, it's a liquidity sweep when we look at like that very very closely. But for empty, but for fun, but for trading view, it's not. Now, therefore, I don't really know how accurate one and other is. But what I would say is that a double or like even a triple bottom is also, at least getting close to the liquidity sweep regarding the validation or like the confirmation going to take from that. Some it's a bit double biased. I have to be fair, but it's more leaning into. Well, I would say it's more leaning to bullish, but for now there are some things which are kind of um, unclear at this point. Let's say it actually is going down because the top like the resistances keeps getting rejected, then yeah, but then I hope it's going to happen after the sweep of the Asia highs, so we still would be able to get profitable of that. Yeah, so the thing is, I'm in a trading challenge right now, so I haven't passed it yet. But one thing which is kind of confusing to me a bit is okay, actually not my bad. I just thought it already, played out the whole Ferrell gap thing, but we still have here a small gap, but technically it should be, already be played out because we see then it got up there and all the way down. And yeah, so it's basically just about to wait. And as you can see by my equity, I fumbled because I was up where I closed right there of $112. Um, but yeah, if I lose it, that's too bad. But yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. I'm not really planning to change this too much. Like, keeping the stop loss, keeping the TP, because this just would make perfectly sense even if it actually goes all the way down. That this would be like a swing point where it would make perfectly sense if it goes all the way down. So yeah, now it's going to be a bit boring. I'm going to look at my phone or my PC. I don't know, watching some
Now it's going
videos,
a bit, it's going to be a bit
or
boring. I'm
whatever.
going to look at my phone.
Oh, okay, I read 2 times. But yeah, now it's all about to, watch price action. One thing I have to say, regarding my behavior, it's getting a bit better. It's not at its peak, but today I got out of bed at 7:30. Uh, like immediately, washing my face, getting a coffee, and even eating breakfast, which I honestly barely do. But just to get some extra energy, the calories, getting the stuff kicked in, like some bread with salmon and onions. But yeah, now it's honestly all about watching price action. Now we see this the Favela gap obviously got used or like, so I would, can I say sophisticated? I don't know if there's like a right terminology if um if the price action visiting a Farrell gap and then it comes to force. I'm just going to say it got sophisticated, if it makes any sense. Like, I never thought about this terminology, but again, it's only terminology, so yeah, whatever. And oh yeah, it is a 25K challenge. So now I have to be careful. I don't leak my shit. Oh. Oof. Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong in the wrong, in the wrong monitor because otherwise this would be very unfortunate. Um, all right. So you can, all right, perfect. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't want to leak my stuff. I think that's a really reasonable thought. But yeah, I'm actually curious. But I think it's always with every position you have open at the moment. If it's going to get validated, is it not going to get validated? Am I getting, is my setup going to be invalidated or not? Yeah, that's all the sort of question, especially because we are now in the consolidation. Um, so yeah, I would say at least at after 30 minutes we can maybe tell more because technically it's still the time window where the London session fakeout can occur. So yeah, it's going to be boring. But yeah, it's not about to entertain. It's just like also a bit for myself to kind of stick to the trade where I have my setup and I kind of stick to it and have like some confirmation, like confluence, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. Getting something similar also right here on. The thing is, I was going long because it swept the swing low, but at the other hand, I mean, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. Okay, not yet, but I think you get you get it. But it's only the 50 minutes on the 1 hour. I wouldn't really count as a break of structure, but again, on the 4 hours, it could be also technically a retracement. I mean, it got into this for gap on the 4 hours, was going down, but maybe there's like a retracement coming. Um, on the daily, yeah, it's a bit more hard. It's hard. Like there's like we have there less confirmation or like less confirmation for our bias compared to your USD, but still, I'm a bit unsure because again, it's a bit double bias, but more leaning to bullish for now at least. So I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and see what's going to happen because it's going to take a while until I either get stopped out or hit TP. I also observed I have to lose weight. Got aware of that recently. Overall, the great mind shift of 2026 just occurred, just happened because things need to change. Things need to change. I kind of got too far away from God, and also different things like just my grind. I was kind of frustrated, you know. Um, I would even say the past couple of months, you know, kind of try having to digest some things, to being like being emotional, talking about emotions and stuff. Um, but yeah, one thing which also kind of bothers me right now, there's like a fastball. Fastball's like mostly informational platform for news and economic calendar regarding trading. Like you can see like the different news in the economic calendar, and also you get like overall data on the economic calendar and also news on that, which is very practical because there's also like something called 24/7 news, um, like that, and then you can like monitor what news is coming like live, like almost every single thing. And all servers busy, okay, makes sense. And the red one is like more like critical things or which have like a bigger impact at the moment. But you can also trade there, and right now there's a contest which started, I think, on Monday or Tuesday to trade only gold. And I was having like, first of all, I fumbled big time. I fumbled really big time. And that because I was down like 50K. And then I was able yesterday to, to get it back and even making some profits of a generational. Okay, I wouldn't say just with a big trade. Um, and then I tried to put all my cells, but I just got rejected. You know, this was like super annoying. Yeah, because I'm into cells, but at this point I have to be honest, I'm kind of more likely to, yeah, you know. And I think if I'm going to place right now position, I'm getting horribly, horribly, oh yeah, kicked out from the session again. Because right now I can't place any trades. It's like the server's too busy because there are like over 40,000 people who are also trading on this contest. And I think because every single guy is right now, or like every single participant is right now on the charts on Liveball trying to trade, I think it's just like overwhelmed. So I kind of have to wait until they piss off because they're all like in different countries, different sessions. So I kind of have to be patient. And I actually had like a huge, like I had like a sell position right there, and unfortunately there was my stop, there was my TP. It only got still there, dude. This would be like a crazy. This would have been like a crazy trade. But you don't get always the things you want, right? Yeah. Now we have to wait and sit on our hands. Yeah, that's too unfortunate. That's too unfortunate. I mean, to be honest, like right now, I can't really take a trade. I can't really tell what the bias is. I feel like I wait on because gold is right now on a like literally on a generational run, and I don't know how to position myself because technically I can't. The only data I have to compare with is this from yesterday, and to be honest, it looks more bullish. But yeah, with all the things which are going on, like it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Like for sure, it's tough. Yeah, for sure, it's a tough one. But yeah, it's a contest account, like it's a contest anyways, so I think I'm going to risk it. Like, let's see if it works, if I can finally place my trades without, getting kicked out of the session and then, not being able to connect again. Because unfortunately, there's no drawdown. There's no drawdown. There's no drawdown. So I can swing trade that. 4759. Okay, 4759. It's going to go up, of course, for a little. But I could also be wrong. Because again, on gold, if I would trade now with my live account or like my funded account, I would not take a trade. I would not touch gold at all until it's, back at the level where it's like more, where it can make like more now have like more data to compare to, and you know being able to see and increase the probability of your setup, because like that it's just like insufferable to trade gold. But I don't want to complain too much about too much negativity and stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm going to position myself right now real quick because I want at least to get to the top five. It's going to be hard because there are like some hardcore sweats. Like one dude is already up 200k equity, 340k or something like that, and I can imagine he's going to get some bans. He's going to take some bans today as well. Yeah, they're just like some hardcore sweats because some people they just don't calm down. They actually don't. They just go insane. It's wild. I would say if we get above this, above the swing high, we are relatively in a safe spot. I only want to see higher high, not a higher low in the low time frame, at least at the 50 minutes. That's like, yeah, my only concern so far. I'm wondering how much profit would this be? 50k maybe? Probably.
I know die Russen schreiben. I know of no better life purpose.
Kontakte sind viel wichtiger als Geld. Und der Zugang zu Geld ist viel wichtiger als Geld zu haben. Geld zu haben, Geld auf einem Konto, das hilft dir nur bedingt, das kannst du jemandem zeigen.
Du bist OFM und willst, dass deine Models auf Social Media über Nacht organisch viral gehen, dann brauchst du unsere
Tough correlated. Dude, what the fuck is this? I just am right now on TikTok, to be honest, just, to waiting until I see I getting subbed out or take, TP. And I just see an ad, like it just tells me how screwed. I was clear that the internet's kind of screwed. I want to be like, this kind of silly, what is this term called? Zoomer? I have to be honest, I don't really know what it means, but this cynical guy, cynical of the internet, that like reject modernity type of guy. But I just right now got an ad of how if you are like typically the equivalent to, oh yeah, you're e-com store owner, you want to get to X K months, weeks, days, you can improve of this and that and blah blah blah. And now it's technically the same thing, just for OnlyFans management. So like, if you want that your models get like more traction organically, which means no paid ads or something like that. And I think he wants to sell this, and he's wearing like a Rolex Day, which is a pretty expensive one. Look here. Now I clicked on the link. Million views for clipping. Oh my god, these people are like having no morals. Now this feels like this itself. It's not particularly for OFM. Looks like more like for, if you either have a brand or whatever. But now I think his target audience of this ad is like OFM. Dude, that's silly. That's just silly. Like, I don't know how you can like unironically do OFM and take yourself serious. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, this guy. Okay, now okay, I see now. He's only a clipper. Yeah, because some people started to build a businesses around that, because clipping is like just became like super huge. But he's just a clipper, so I can see. But for the other dudes who are like buying it, well, this means this target audience is probably working. Like, that's kind of ridiculous, mate. Like, maybe it's just me, I'm too cynical, whatever. Um, and also somebody asked in the comment, where do I get the models from? Dude, like, I don't want to be moral. I'm not a moral instance. We all do stupid shit, right? Stuff like that. But this is like common sense. Don't do it. If you want to make, I mean, I think this is always like a bit like a silly reason, like a silly way to explain or to justify, like, oh yeah, the money, who cares, making the money. That's like, that's the same like selling drugs, with the difference that it is not illegal. So if you want the money, then just sell drugs, because you make even more money faster, right? Oh, maybe they're not the same risk like getting shot in the head by your opponents. But yeah, the moral things, I don't know, man. Like, it's a hot topic. I can't really align with that. Again, maybe it's just me, but I honestly can really align with that. But yeah, fortunately, I don't have to talk or engage with these people. But it was always pretty hard to understand. Like, I saw once a clip somewhere. Like, it was more. It was a TikTok, I guess, or no, I think Instagram Reel. It was like just like, some picture of some fancy dinner somewhere, and then with the caption like doing OFM right now, it feels like finding starting dropshipping at 2018 or something like that, and this is such a silly thing. Yeah, it might be true regarding that because it's not a very sophisticated market, or at least it wasn't at this point. But will do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, man. It's like, but yeah, they're all everywhere on more unmoral people in business. Just with the difference that OFM is basically like the business model itself is unmorally. Why? Because why I said that, I mean, as an example, in ecom, there are also people. I'm pretty sure, like, there's like me people making memes about it, but I'm pretty sure this exists. Like, people are like selling things on their Shopify store, and they don't send the products to the customers, and then they close the store. I think this is called no shipping. And yeah, people always was doing nasty things to get the money. Um, but with the internet, it just changed completely because yeah, I only say the meme coin bubble. Dude, these people are like, I know they call themselves as jokes degenerates. I was also trading meme coins 1 year 1 year ago. Holy shit. Yeah, for a few months. 1 year ago, dude, I'm getting old. Time flies by, Jesus. And most of the people are getting screwed over. Yeah. Yeah. It's most of the part because of pure greed or ignorance. Fine. But still, like being alive of that, like consciously rock pulling and scamming people, you have to know. You have to know, man. And yeah, maybe some people were making money and succeeding with this kind of fraud or whatever, like with if immoral stuff. Maybe they won't be caught like getting their karma or justice for a very, very, very long time, and or maybe even make for life with it. But it's like in the band example, like, oh yeah, only from my part to cry about it because I didn't have money and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. I mean, again, like do whatever you feel like. Um, but for me, I don't know, man. Okay, I think it's 1/10. 1/10. Oh my God. I think this is going to be like wait, you know what? We just can do like doing very poor guesses. Now it's at 3K, right? Now it's at 3K. So let me my screen for safety, for my own safety. Okay, I want to see how often this fits actually until it hits the bottom. Um oh shit, yeah. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 9 times, 10 times. Oh damn. Wait a second. So when I wait. No. at least 20 times. So would be above 60k. Like I would say almost 70k. Yeah, probably almost, yeah, probably 70k if this actually hits TP. Just get above this one. Just get above this one so I can kind of, you know, I don't want slower highs. Okay, okay. Better than nothing. Wait, oh no, it didn't yet. A bit higher. Okay, now we have at least on the low time frame, a small higher low. That's good, because the thing is, something I observed which works which plays out most of the time on the 1 hour is a flag pattern. Now, okay, shit. Wait. When was it? When was it? I. Oh, I closed a bit too early. Wait, I want to say yeah. I couldn't get the extra $30. I was a tiny bit impatient. Impatient. Ah, fuck off. But yeah. Damn. Feels good to finally get my shit a bit together. Because I was like kind of fucking things up by my own, my own fault by having a horrible sleep schedule and well, yeah, basically that because this fucked up like pretty much everything. Like not really working up when I'm supposed to, yeah, stuff like that and this kind. Yeah, I mean, you see, also this I bought this yesterday evening, so today is like I think yeah today's the first day, and you can see I already have 5 trades, which is not good. Oh, I can generate a picture. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, we have it. So we are done trading for today. I'm not really very heated on to lose it all. One step after another, especially only for the fact that I had 5 trades. But yeah, there's like a rule in trading. The more you stay in the markets, the more you're likely to lose it all. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from the markets for now because also it's the first day and I kind of messed up a bit. So yeah, with that being said, cheers.